Hey YouTube, this is John from Alan's Photography and Video, coming to you from the park today. We're gonna do like a little test on a new camera that I bought. I'm hoping to make this camera possibly my personal camera for like birthdays, you know, just events, you know, just 4th of July, etc., stuff like that, that, you know, I can use and so I can shoot more film. Last year it seems like I shot a little too much digital, so I'm trying to get back to where I'm shooting more film. I did shoot film last year, but it seems like, I don't know, sometimes the digital is pretty convenient, but I really do love film, and we're going to try to, in 2021, try to, you know, shoot as much film as we can this year. Alright, so anyway, I bought this camera from KEH. It's a Nikon FE2. I think it was made in 1987 to about 2001. wasn't very long that they produced this camera. I'd have to look it up, and I'll put in the video the exact date it was made, because I'm not sure if that's right or not. But anyway, it'll do quite a bit, and I got a lens for it. It's a 1.8 AI lens, so it does open exposure metering, so that it will expose for aperture priority, and it's a manual focus lens, so you're not got no autofocus on this. It's pretty much a manual camera, and what I'm hoping to do with this is use it for my, you know, personal stuff like birthdays, you know, Christmas, just different things like that, so that I can be shooting more film this year. I have got a plan to try to shoot a little more film this year, because I felt like last year maybe I shot digital a little too much, but with everything that's going on last year, though, I don't know if I even shot as many pictures as I normally would have, because of the shutdowns and not being able to go to the parades and different things like that. We couldn't even, you know, take too many pictures, so it was less that way anyway. But anyway, this camera is manual, and it also it has a flash. So Nikon came up with the idea of the TTL metering, which is in a lot of cameras, modern cameras today. But this one has what they call OFT, which is off the film metering. And what that does is just as the picture's being taken, it basically reads the exposure for the flash right off the film just before the pictures, and then it shuts it down just when the exposure is correct. So it was pretty novel idea, and pretty innovative at the time to be able to do that, so that flash could communicate with the camera and be able to take a flash picture, taking that reading right off the film. So we're going to load the camera here. I'm going to use the Tri-x. And the way we do that is this Nikon seems to have a special way to do this on these older cameras. You have to actually push this button in order to lift it up. I guess it's so that you can not have a tendency to open it when the film's in there. So then we're just gonna load up the film. Okay, we just put it in here. Close that down. We gotta run this over. We gotta stick this into there so that it'll grasp, making sure that it's on the sprockets. Okay, and then sometimes what I'll do is I'll just tighten up the film just a little bit. You don't want to go too much, because you don't want to scratch the film, and then we can just close it up. And then it'll be on the start, so then you'll just want to wind it until you get the first picture, which I think is one more. There, I think that's the first picture now. And then what I sometimes do is this little door in the back is actually for putting this in there if it'll fit. And what that does is that just kind of reminds you well, I don't know. Maybe I didn't do it. Try to get it in there better. I just got to climb up the Anyway, that just kind of reminds you what film you have in there and what speed you got. And then of course you got the ASA here that you got to set. So I've set the ASA to 400, and then I've got it on the aperture priority mode. So then every time the lever's open and the meter is on, you go like that. So the only thing I've noticed with this camera right off is this lever here. It has to be open to turn on the meter, but then when you put your head up here, it seems like it bumps you in the face. And I don't know if that was Nikon's flaw in this camera or not, but because other cameras don't do that. You can have it completely closed and be able to still take the picture, but this one won't let you take the picture unless it's open. So anyway, that's the only little downfall I see so far in this camera. But anyway, let's go take some pictures and see how this thing works. Boy, he don't move. Autofocus would help. Autofocus helps. You gotta get used to manual focus, but these older cameras never had autofocus. Okay, sit right still for a minute, okay? Just let me get you. I'm gonna get you. Right here, look at Grandpa. Good job. Perfect. Where else do you want to go?
I'm gonna get down and go to the
right here, buddy. Look at Grandpa first.
Okay. I'm gonna
right here.
go in his mouth.
Look at Grandpa.
I don't know, a lion.
You gotta wind the film.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing with these manual cameras is you have to get used to winding the film. I have a lot of modern cameras that just wind the film, autofocus, do all that stuff. But this kind of sets you back, slows you down, and it's kind of how we used to do it. And I had an old Pentax 1000 one time that I shot, and I shot a lot of my kids' photos on that. And it's just a different way of shooting film, but it's fun.
Let's go to flag.
There you go. You're a smiley boy, aren't you? Perfect.
Yeah, he's a happy one. What's your name, little one?
And one thing I noticed about this camera, when you have flash on it, it'll actually show a red dot in the LED light in the viewfinder, telling you that the flash is ready. And then when you take the picture, if it blinks on and off, then it's going to tell you that the exposure wasn't correct. But if it just comes back on as a flash, then it's just exposure is correct. So that gives you a signal whether that picture was exposed correctly with the flash. It's kind of cool. So like if I take,
whoa!
So you can just take a picture of me. So if I was just like taking a picture of him right here like this, and I take the picture, now the flash just came right back on, so that was a perfect exposure on that. You're doing good now. We only shot 6 shots right now though, buddy. We gotta focus on you like this. Yeah, there he is. Right there, 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Nice.
There's a cute boy. Right there, yes, cute. 1, 2. The flash going off, right? So I decided today to, try to use the flash a little bit, just because the lighting here at this time of day is kind of harsh. Winter lighting is harsh anyway because the sun's always lower in the sky. But it seems like it's working out pretty good. I'm going to try to take a few without the flash just to see how the camera reacts that way. We'll get him into some shade or something and then take the flash off and do some stuff like that. But anyway, so far I'm kind of liking the camera. It does slow you down. It does, because I'm used to my Nikon F6 where I can just, it'll autofocus, takes the picture, advances the frame. I mean, it does it all. But this thing is like, if you don't forget to advance the frame, then you're like, oh crap, not working. But it's a fun little camera. Anyway, we're gonna take some more pictures of Trey. He's my 9th grandchild, and so yeah, check out that video of Trey's first birthday pics. It's a good one. Anyway, let's get back to taking some pictures of this guy if we can catch him. Yeah, little guy. You're a fast little guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm running for the from that.
Trey, right here. Right here, buddy. Trey, did you have fun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fun taking pictures. This is a brand new little camera that we use to take pictures of you. Yep. Yeah, I think I like it. I know it seems like it's a little bit getting used to a manual camera again, because I'm used to the auto, you know, focus, auto wind, all that kind of stuff. But this does tend to slow you down, and it tends to, you know, I'm hoping to make this my go-to camera for just my personal stuff, so that I can shoot film more, because I can shoot film fairly cheap. Even that Color Plus that they have now is it's like $5 a roll, and then I can process my own stuff at home for about $3. So that's, you know, I can shoot film pretty reasonable. So, and I'll go home and process this black and white today, and we will get that put in the video, and we'll see how the camera is. But anyway, I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll try to do more of these, and we'll talk to you later. Okay, so one helpful tip I think when shooting manual focus is to actually try to focus on the person before they're in their pose. Like today I shot some of my daughter doing a fitness pose, and I was able to, while she hang there, I was able to focus on her and then let her get set up into her pose, and then I was able to just take the picture rather than trying to focus while she's trying to do all that. It kind of helps to just kind of figure out, you know, the action and try to do it before it's needed, I guess. So when she was hanging there and getting ready to go up into her pose, I went ahead and focused, and then she could go up into her pose, and then I was able to take the picture without having to worry about the focus. So anyway, I appreciate you tuning in, and we're gonna do more this year on stuff like this. So I appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.